Welcome to Texas PTA's extra credit resource on time management. Time management is the process of actively managing your time. Someone who doesn't manage their time intentionally simply goes with the flow and does whichever task or to-do pops up. Efficient people, on the other hand, plan out their time beforehand. Self-awareness is vital to time management, productivity, and accomplishing goals. We'll look at some intentional activities that can be used to become more self-aware. Using the Eisenhower matrix to eliminate unnecessary tasks and prioritizing mandatory tasks lays out the framework of how you can start focusing your energy and use of time. Planning and establishing productive routines are useful investments of time that will pay off exponentially. Removing distractions is sometimes hard or uncomfortable, but will pay off with your accomplishment lists growing every day. Persevering with your plans and routines will foster progress and success. Getting organized will make you the boss of your efficiency. Self-awareness is vital. Knowing your own tendencies, like procrastination, and noticing when and how you do things is crucial. Before you can become better, you must discover what's holding you back. First, you must evaluate your time usage. Are you spending hours each day scrolling through TikTok? Are you binge watching Netflix shows every evening? Find the few activities that are wasting your time and keep it in mind for later. Next, figure out what bad habits you have that are preventing you from being productive. Some common examples include working while watching Netflix, procrastinating until the last minute, checking your phone every 5 minutes. Lastly, find out what objects are constantly distracting you from your work. Usually these are things on your desk or in your workspace that shouldn't be there, such as video games, food, or phones, especially social media. Now let's do a couple of self-awareness activities. The first is to record your hours. Pick a day when you're not working, maybe a Saturday or a Sunday. Once you wake up, set your alarm for every hour of the day. When the alarm goes off, write down how you feel at that moment. Focused, tired, hungry, inspired, motivated, sluggish. Do this throughout the day. Then have a good look at your results. Can you see a pattern? Do you feel on fire during the mornings but sleepy and unmotivated after lunch? Or does your peak time only start in the afternoon and the mornings are your worst part of the day? This will help you understand your natural tendencies. It trains self-awareness and helps you with the planning of your days so that difficult tasks can happen during your peak times and you can plan monotonous and repetitive activities for those less productive times. Our last self-awareness activity is to record your accomplishments. For a week, make it your evening habit to write down what you have accomplished this day. Write down at least 5 accomplishments. This is not about forcing you to finish a big project every day. Quite the opposite. An accomplishment can be something like, did the weekly shopping today. Also, write down one thing you did that felt like a waste of time. Browsing Facebook, for example. This helps you see your own tendencies, but more task-focused. Looking at all the things you did get done will motivate you. This will also give you a better understanding of how long it takes to get things completed. Let's start working on prioritizing. You can eliminate the unnecessary tasks in your to-do list by using the Eisenhower matrix. You can use the 4 quadrants to decide which task you should complete first, do now, which to do later, which to delegate, and which to eliminate. Step 1, list everything you need to attend or do this month. Everything. Step 2, put each task, meeting, appointment, errand into the Eisenhower matrix. Step 3, eliminate and delegate. Step 4, now you can focus on what is listed under the do and decide quadrants. Once you have the task you must do identified, it's time to prioritize. Prioritizing is a very abstract and difficult thing to master. But once you master prioritizing, your to-do list will be so much easier to complete. It'll make you more efficient and less stressed, and an overall more productive person. So, how do you prioritize? First, analyze time. There are two things that you should evaluate: the deadline, how much time you have to do it, and the commitment, how much time it'll take you to do it. Next, examine its impact. What will happen if you don't do the task? Will you fail a class, or will you just be behind one episode on a Netflix show? Keep these points in mind when analyzing your to-do list. Use a planner to keep track of your top priority tasks each day, as well as long-term objectives. This will help you stay accountable and maximize your productivity. Planning your month can sound daunting, but it's much simpler than it sounds. Planning helps you to understand how much time you can spend on one task. You will also see how certain tasks might be dependent on each other. First, you're going to need a calendar. Whether it's digital or physical, a calendar is crucial for time management. Write down short-term dates, long-term deadlines, appointment dates, plans, meetings, everything. Once you've got the big picture in front of you, it's easier to get deeper into the details and make more specific plans. Remember to customize your system to maximize your productivity. This means color coding, bookmarking, adding stickers, etc. Now we're ready to dig into the details and make more specific plans. Just like making your monthly plans, you should be making weekly plans to visualize the upcoming days. You should do this at the beginning of each week, and it should take at most 30 minutes. In your weekly planning, write down the week's priority tasks and important dates, and plan out how you're going to break down tasks to meet those deadlines throughout the week. So for example, if you have a project due on Friday, plan ahead and assign 25 minutes each day to working on that project. Similar to monthly planning, you can customize your system to maximize your efficiency. In order to maintain your productivity game after all the progress you've made, it's now time to eliminate the distractions you identified earlier in this process completely. Whether they're bad habits or distracting objects, you must actively try to get rid of them. If you figured out that you have a bad habit of multitasking while you study, delete or remove the thing that's taking up your attention. If you're constantly on your phone and scrolling through social media, turn off all notifications or delete the app itself. Sometimes you need to be a little harsh on yourself in order to see progress and improvement. So, as hard as it might be to delete TikTok, remind yourself what possibilities you're opening yourself to. Once you've got the big picture planned out completely, it's time to take action. Routines are a great place to start, and morning and bedtime routines are especially important. If you start the morning right, the rest of your day will follow. In order to have a productive morning, you must wake up early. I know, ugh. Waking up early will give you extra time to do stuff in peace, fewer distractions, and without the stress of running out of time. Ending your day can be used to prepare your mind, body, and soul for a productive next day. When you close the day, you are freeing yourself and your mind to get a good sleep and to start the next day fresh. It's important to remember, morning and bedtime routines are only helpful if you stick to them. You must be able to form a habit of waking up at a certain time and doing specific things in a set amount of time, and closing your day just as powerfully. It takes an average of 66 days, a little over 2 months, to form a habit. Great works are performed not by strength, but by perseverance, Samuel Johnson reminds us. So persevere. Self-motivation is important to make you stick to your plans and routines. You need to be able to motivate yourself again and again. Do things you decide on doing, even when you don't feel like it. It's also important to work on the skill of organization. For your plans to work, you need to have an understanding and outline of them. You need to be able to find your things. And honestly, once you've got everything organized, You'll feel like a boss because you've got everything under control. Spending time to become more self-aware is a great investment in your growth and productivity. Intentional and mindful planning and routines will be impactful and make a difference if you stick to them. Eliminating distractions, self-motivation, and organization are the keys to success. Remember to work on self-awareness and use the Eisenhower matrix to prioritize, eliminate, and delegate tasks. By removing distractions, persevering, and getting organized, all your plans and productive routines will make you the master of your time. To dig deeper into this topic, we recommend starting with these resources. Thank you for attending Time Management. To learn more about time management, as well as many other leadership skills, check out our full resource library at texaspta.org/leadership.